Let's combo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Twisted Gaming TV. Today is another Arcade1up video. It's basically a dream video that for some dream games. If we could get these games onto an Arcade1up, it'd be dope and it would be sick. And these are my top 10 favorite. They're not in any order. They're just my top 10 that would be sick to be on an Arcade1up. The first one is Daytona USA by Sega. Sick arcade game. It would really be dope to see Daytona USA on an Arcade1up with the steering wheel and everything. The graphics were sick. Very awesome game. Love the game in the arcades. Great classic. Now, this was done by AM2, and hardware it used was, pretty advanced back in the day, so they would probably have to upgrade their Arcade1up system to run it. But I don't know if it could run it anyways, just because, even Raspberry Pis can't run Daytona USA. It can only be ran in like on a PC, pretty much. But that would be a sick game to have. It would be awesome to have that. So it'd be awesome. Number 2 by Namco, Time Crisis. Oof, that would be awesome. They could put Time Crisis and Time Crisis 2 on it, and maybe 3. But that would be awesome. It'd be a great shooter for an Arcade1up cab. That would probably sell a lot. And not mentioned on the list, but another great shooter, House of the Dead, would be very sick on an Arcade1up, because we need some shooters, We already got the old games and, all this. We need some shooters and some racing games. So Time Crisis by Namco would be sick to be on one. Number 3, SNK Cab. You could have Samurai Showdown. You could have King of the Fighters, Art of Fighting, Metal Slug. I mean, if there was a SNK Cab, there could be so many cool games that could be on that. But it would be very sick if we got one of those, because the Neo Geo SNK Cabs were just awesome. They were red, and they were just really neat in the arcades. So that would be a really, really fun cabinet, and that would sell a lot too. So that's another wish list. Now, one of mine I would like to see, again, made by Sega, ran by AM2. Don't know if it's possible on the hardware, unless they highly upgraded it. I'm not sure. But Virtual Fighter 1 and Virtual Fighter 2. Mostly Virtual Fighter 2, because that was a favorite arcade classic that I like. So yeah, Virtual Fighter 2 by Sega, that would be sick. Virtual Fighter 1, it was cool for its time, but the graphics really got dope on Virtual Fighter 2, so I'd really love to see that on an Arcade1up. Great fighting game. So that's another one. Number 5, now this would be cool, and this is also by Sega. It's like a Sega fest here. Outrun. The racing game. You're in like the Ferrari or whatever convertible, and the dude's driving. The chick is in the passenger seat with her hair blowing and stuff. Dude, that was a sick racing game. Now, they could probably do that on Arcade1up, because, that's a real older game, and the hardware, it could run that easily. But that's another steering wheel game. I'm hoping to see some steering wheel racing games, but I don't know. It'd be nice. So Outrun by Sega, that would be a fun cabinet. I don't know what they would put with it. Number 6, everybody would probably agree with this one. T2 Arcade, Terminator 2 Arcade with the vibrating guns. Now, in an Arcade1up, you probably wouldn't be getting the vibration, and that cabinet would probably be pretty expensive if you could. And plus, it would probably self-destruct the Arcade1up cabinets, because of all the vibration and stuff. But T2 Arcade would be sick. You'd have the side art and stuff with Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff. That'd be pretty dope. So that's 6. Number 7, of course, everybody wants this game, which we never know if it's going to happen. Probably have to have another hardware upgrade from hell to make it happen. Killer Instinct. It's on everybody's mind. Killer Instinct 1, Killer Instinct 2. Would we ever see it? I don't know. I highly doubt it. But, you could always wish. But Microsoft owns it now. Nintendo doesn't own it no more. So you'd have to let the powers that be over Microsoft, let that happen. Which, I don't know. They're probably as tough as Nintendo is. But who knows? We can wish. But it's asked the question all the time. And I just really never see it happening. I just don't. I don't think they'll ever have any Nintendo cabs either, because somebody on one of the posts asked, are we ever going to get Donkey Kong or some Nintendo games? And Arcade1up responded saying, well, if anybody can get Nintendo to come over, we can do it. So that just tells me right now Nintendo's has no interest in Arcade1up, so that's probably a no-go on any Nintendo stuff. Number 8, Smash TV. Smash TV was a cool game. It was super bloody, and it was just an awesome game in the arcade. I had it on the what was it? Was it on NES or Super NES, or was it both? I can't remember, to be honest with you. So many years ago, but super fun game. Smash TV, it was awesome game. So that's another cool game. And then another one, a lot of people have mentioned before, and I agree, this one's a dope one too, is WWF Wrestle Fest. That wrestling game in the arcade was awesome. I mean, it was awesome. Love that game in the arcade. And it would be really cool to have a wrestling game, with the wrestling artwork and everything on the Arcade1up. I mean, these are some heavy hitters, if they could pull them off. I mean, wow, they would be nice. So WWF Wrestle Fest, or any wrestling game, Saturday Night Slam Masters. I mean, something, it would be pretty dope, And then the number 10, some might not agree with this, but it would be a cool cabinet, with the graphics and stuff. Primal Rage. It was pretty much based off of, Mortal Kombat, because, they had fatalities and stuff. But, that game was really sick. I had it on the Super Nintendo and everything, and, the graphics were, not that great compared to the arcade, because the arcade graphics were pretty sick on that. But, yeah, I don't know. That might not be too much of a fan favorite for them to even pull that off or even waste their time on Primal Rage. But, I don't even know what other games you could put with that. It was made by Atari. So, I mean, I don't know what they could put with that, because a lot of Arcade1ups, they have 3 to 5 games. Well, and they got the 12 game cabinets and stuff. But Primal Rage would be cool. That's another fighter. So Daytona USA, Time Crisis, any SNK Cab would be dope. Virtual Fighter 1 and 2, Outrun, T2 Arcade, Terminator 2, Killer Instinct 1 and 2, if they could ever pull it off, which, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know if they could ever do that or not. I really don't. Smash TV, great fan favorite for all you retro people out there. WWF Wrestle Fest, a lot of people fan favorite out there on that kind of stuff. Or, even a WrestleMania or something, you know what I mean? That'd be dope too. And then Primal Rage. Awesome. So those are my 10 picks. What would be cool to see on Arcade1up. Now, if you have any ideas or what your favorite games you would love to see on Arcade1up in the future, please comment below and let me know what you think. And all that. Anyways, thank you for watching Twisted Gaming TV. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I always comment back. Until next video, see you later. Thank you for watching.